The Druid by Jeff Wheeler. Performed by Kate Rudd. The sun was nearly down, creating a glorious sunset over the even rows in the field. Brushing the dirt from her hands, Eilean stared at the ridges of earth, spaced apart just so, and imagined what the field would look like when it was blooming with blue flowers. She had dirt under her fingernails. Her kirtle needed a good scrubbing, but the smell of rich soil in the recently torn field thrilled her. First the buds would come. Then the stalks of flax would grow straight and pale. Everyone in the abbey would come with scythes and sickles to mow them down. After that, the stalks would be bound into sheaves. It was hard work, but the people of Tintern Abbey did their part. Flax was useful in so many ways, like a wretched.
"I've never seen the sky so orange," said Selin as she approached Eilean from behind. "What a sunset."
"Aye," replied Eilean. "I wish I could grab it and hold it still, but I don't want to be here after it gets dark."
"No, not outside the learings anyway. Come along. We're both dirty as can be, but at least the field is done."
"Artists will want us clean as whiskers before we touch anything in the kitchen." The girls hooked arms and started back to the abbey, which Eilean could see over a row of tall ash trees on the other side of the field. A drover was trying to coax a stubborn mule to pull his wagon back to the abbey, but the beast was having none of it. The smell of the freshly turned earth was thick with the odor of dung. It wasn't an unpleasant smell, just a strong one.
"Now that the field is planted, the maypole will be set up soon," Selin declared. "Who shall we dance with, you and I?"
It was just like Selin to presume they would be asked, let alone that they'd get to pick their partners. "Anyone who asks us, I should think."
"Some of the learners, maybe."
"Reckon they'd stoop to ask us?" Eilean replied with a chuckle.
"They'd have to stoop to ask me, for I'm so short. But why not, Eilean? Learners have asked wretches before."
"Not many have," Eilean replied softly. Then she saw him, and her heart did a little tumble inside her chest. Isaac stood inside the row of ash trees with 3 other lads, their heads bent together in deep discussion. Suddenly all she could see was the dirt on her clothes and hands, on Selin. "Let's go that way," Eilean suggested in an undertone, tugging her friend's arm to steer around them. Only she was too late. "Oi!" shouted Isaac when he saw them. She felt heat flush her cheeks and rise to the tips of her ears.
"Let's see what they want,"
Selin suggested, resisting the pull. Mortified, Eilean followed along, and they reached the 4 young men, Isaac, Bryant, Eli, and Llewellyn. They were wretches too, of an age with one another, and they'd all been raised together at the abbey.
"We're finished planting in the fields,"
Selin said with a smile and look of ease. "We're not, Mitchin. We finished our work long ago," said Llewellyn, the shortest of the 4, while puffing out his chest. Isaac was regarding Selin with a smirk. Was it because they were so dirty, or because he was pleased the lads had been given a quicker task? "Have you heard the news?" Eli asked with a twinkle in his eye.
"We were in the field, how could we?"
Selin said with an easy laugh. "What news?" Eilean asked him. But it was Isaac who answered. "The High Seer of Avinion is here at the abbey, so she is." Selin and Eilean exchanged a surprised look. "How do you know it is her?" Eilean asked, then regretted it when she saw the flicker of annoyance in Isaac's eyes. "I'm not thick, Eilean," he scolded. "There are guards outside the Aldermaston's manor. They have bows and these short blades called gladiuses," interrupted Eli. "I know what they're called," barked Isaac. "Shaw, don't get sulky, Isaac," countered Eli. He turned to face the girls again. "They say she's speaking to Aldermaston Gillifil now." One of the most curious things about the Mastons was their ability to cross from abbey to abbey without horse or wagon. Even though the island of Avinion was far away, the abbeys were all interconnected through the magic of the medium. This visit was unprecedented, and excitement tingled inside Eilean